Welcome to my garden. I wanted to show you how beautiful the garden is looking this morning. It's almost the middle of May and I garden in Toronto in Zone 6 and my name is Preeti. I wanted to walk around and show you all the beautiful tulips that are blooming and just in general how the garden is really filling in. And it's absolutely looking stunning this morning. As you can see, I have a lot of plants, so it's going to be really hard to detail all the plants for you, but I kind of wanted to show you a few things that are blooming currently and are looking really good in the garden. I think the first thing is this beautiful Brunnera. This is the Queen of Hearts Brunnera by Proven Winners, and it's always looking stunning in my garden. And every year it gets bigger and bolder and more exciting. And I think this year I'm going to really have to divide this up. It's huge. It's at least 3 feet, in width, if not more, and even the other one is catching up to this one. So I'm gonna have to divide it. I'm just enjoying its blooms right now. It's looking gorgeous in the garden, and I'm just especially loving these beautiful mix of tulips. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the oranges. I actually threw in a whole bunch of tulip bulbs, different varieties together. So I really don't know the names, but I think a lot of them are Darwin hybrids, so they should come back for me. The tulips generally reliably come back for me, so I'm excited to have these in my garden. I love all these colors, the reds, the pinks, the oranges, and there's some purples, and then there's some really deep dark ones as well that are looking really beautiful. The roses are filling in. I was worried about them a little bit because we had a really hard winter and I lost some roses, and some of the roses didn't look so good. So right now they are recovering and they're coming back, so I'm really excited to see what they do this season. The daffodils are blooming as well. There's lots of different varieties blooming everywhere in the garden, and I'm just absolutely loving this time of the year. I can't even believe it's almost time to start deadheading those daffodils. I also have a lot of coral bells dotted around here, and these were just sold as annuals last fall and I planted them, and I can't believe how beautifully they've come back. The color is gorgeous. I don't know the variety name, it just said annual on it, and these are stunning. So let me walk through in the front and show you. Look at these yellow ones, they're so pretty. So I also have some beautiful parrot tulips here. I also have these beautiful daffodils, these multiple blooms on one stalk beauties. These are gorgeous. I loving this muscari that's blooming. And I also recently planted this beautiful Daphne here. This is called Eternal Fragrance. It is supposed to bloom all summer, so we'll see about that. It's newly planted, and I know these plants can be picky. They may, not survive, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I really love it, and it has a beautiful fragrance. These are some parrot tulips. They're also looking really gorgeous, and look how beautifully the roses are coming in, and they're gonna be beautiful. This is my Oh So Easy red and the double and the red knockout rose here together, and these are gonna be beautiful. Peonies are looking really healthy and big, and they have lots of buds, so I'm excited about them. The roses are also putting on lots and lots of new growth. Beautiful daffodils, like I said, they are just stunning, and I'm sad because it's almost time to deadhead them as well, so I have to walk around and do that, but I'm really enjoying them in the garden right now. They are just so sweet and so stunning and blooming everywhere in the garden. I also have the same set of tulips repeated here. I love the strong punch of color and beauty that it's offering, and I'm just going to show you how this beautiful front garden is waking up and looking stunningly gorgeous. Lots and lots of daffodils in here. I just love the yellow, cheerful yellow color this time of the year. It's absolutely stunning. So here's another view from the street of my side of my front garden, and it's absolutely beautiful. I also garden a little bit on the side of the fence, so there's lots of daffodils that are blooming there. And then my boulevard garden is also filling in really beautifully. I'm very excited to see how this comes together this year. I think it's going to be its third year in the making, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. Beautiful, sweet little tulips. These have gone over now as well, but they were stunning when they were in bloom. I'll add some pictures at the end if I find them, and I'll show them to you. I also added some peonies in here, so these are really exciting. I actually rescued them for $5 last year, and I can't believe they have 2 beautiful buds on them, so I'm excited to see them bloom. I was thinking that I might have to wait a couple of years before I see anything, but they are looking really good, so I'm excited about that. This is my yard waste collection day, so there is some yard waste on the curb. This is another new section I added under this tree last fall, and I had moved some of my hostas that were in containers here and added a few other plants in here. So this space is turning out to be really sweet as well. I'm really loving this part of the garden as well. And this is a show-off starlet forsythia that I planted here. I had a spirea here that did not make it through the winter. It had always been struggling along, so I kind of replaced it with this one, and this has been blooming like this for a few weeks now. I think at least 3 or 4 weeks, so I'm really excited about this variety. It's got blooms from tip to toe, so it's really pretty, and the blooms are really large and beautiful, and they really stand out in the garden. Like, you can really observe it from a distance and know that it's like a star of the show. It's very pretty, so I'm excited to have that. I also have roses in here that are leafing out and looking beautiful. So yeah, this garden is really coming together. I also have some prairie smoke that's blooming here. This is a native plant, and it's so sweet and beautiful. I love it. So yeah, the front garden is waking up really nicely. And let me also walk over to my driveway garden and show you what that's looking like. This is my driveway patch, and it has 3 roses in here that are waking up nicely as well. This is Violet's Pride, the Poet's Wife, and I think that's Fiji eleganza. And I also have beautiful tulips, the same mix of colors here as well. And then these pink ones were planted last couple of years ago, and they've come back for me. These are the Darwin pink, and they are stunning as well. They're gorgeous. And I do have some hydrangeas here as well that are waking up, and I also have beautiful Rose of Sharon. There is some yews here, so this border is looking really good. And I did remove a big yew that was here. It was like a boxy yew, almost 6 feet by I don't know, 10 feet. I cut that back, and I'm rearranging this a little bit. I'm adding a new step here soon, so this area is going to change. But I did add like a columnar juniper here. This one is called Fairview, and I'm excited to have this juniper here. It's going to add a little bit of privacy from the neighbor, but I am also really loving the texture that it's offering, and it's going to give me the height as well here, so I'm loving that. Let me walk over to my side garden and show you what that's looking like. He is going to walk with us to the backyard, and I'm just going to take him with us. You want to go to the backyard, Ollie? Let's go to the backyard. I'm walking over to my side yard, and I'll show you what that's looking like. I've been doing some cleanup, some rearranging. I've actually even planted some containers in here. They are looking really beautiful. So the side yard garden has tulips and daffodils as well that are blooming. There's a lot of candy tuft that is also blooming, and it's looking really beautiful. The tulips, the red tulips, are looking absolutely stunning. I'm just loving them. And then I'm just going to close the door so that Ollie stays in here with me. I did plant some African daisies in this planter. I found these at my local grocery store. I love this year. I'm doing more of a single plant in a planter, because I just really enjoy this look, and I feel like I can appreciate the plant so much more when it's just the one plant houseplant in there, so I just love that look. I've also been redoing that area towards the back fence a little bit. I added a beautiful yellow viburnum in there, yellow leafed viburnum in there, and it's already blooming and it's looking beautiful. Just loving the colors on it. My royal raindrops tree is not blooming yet. It's very close, it's budded up, so it's going to be exciting when it blooms. I'm going to show that to you in my next walk. And so this part is really filling in. I've added some evergreen structure in this part of the garden, which was missing a little bit, and I removed a grass from here and I added this beautiful obelisk, and I'm growing a James Galway rose and a Gertrude Jekyll on this obelisk. So I'm really excited to see how these fill in. My Japanese maple here, this is a coral bark maple. It's also leafing and it's looking beautiful. I added another columnar juniper here. This is the Vichitel juniper. I added this one here. I'm loving the blue color it has and the texture that it's offering in this part of the garden. And I've also been adding some plants to containers. So I've added a beautiful Kimberly fern to this planter here. And I've also added some native shrubs to these large planters. I'm going to try growing this arrowroot viburnum in this beautiful planter, and then a gray dogwood in this planter as well. They were just sitting here empty, and I decided this year I was going to grow some native shrubs in there to just experiment and see how they do in these planters. And when they get big, I will plant them out into my native garden on the side boulevard. That's where I'm planning to build that native garden, so I'm going to plant these out there. But I think I can enjoy these in here for a few years before I can plant them out. I'll see. And also I might underplant with some annuals. It's still early in the season, so I haven't done much with annuals. I'm trying to grow a lot more perennials in planters so that they can be a little bit more self-sustaining. We'll see how that goes. I also planted this beautiful heuchera in this planter here. This is the Pistachio Ambrose heuchera by Proven Winners. It's beautiful. Love its gorgeous dainty pink blooms, and I'm just loving it in this white container. Shade Garden is also waking up really, really beautifully. I'm really loving how everything is greening and just looking gorgeous in the garden. Absolutely stunning. The geranium mycorrhiza always fills in first, and it always looks beautiful in this shady corner. I'm just loving how green and beautiful this area is looking. It's slowly waking up, and I think once the hostas are up, you're not going to see any ground in this shade garden. It's going to be lush. The ostrich ferns are coming up as well and looking really beautiful. My yellow twig dogwood is also looking really, really beautiful. I also have a gold bleeding heart there, and I have a gold dogwood as well, gold leaf dogwood as well, and that's looking really beautiful. It's really standing out in the garden. What I love about the shade garden at this time of the year is this beautiful Solomon seal. They just wake up out of nowhere and add such a beautiful architectural interest and height to the shade garden. I just love them. They are beautiful. These are one of the first plants I planted in this shade garden when I started this garden. I got them from someone who was giving them away, and off I went planting more things in this garden. So I really, really love these plants because they always remind me of where I started in this garden, and it's beautiful. Here is Mr. Raleigh. So this part is also slowly filling in. There are some dogwoods planted here as well. There is a 9-buck here which is leafing out. The dogwoods are also leafing out here, and I will show them to you once they leaf out a little bit more. Beautiful Brunnera is filling in here. The hellebores are done blooming, but they're still holding on to their blooms, and I will cut them back a little later. I still love the hellebore blooms. Even when they're dry, they still look really, really good. But the new leaves look really pretty, and they fill in pretty quickly in this garden. This center bed here is looking really good as well. It's filling in. It's gone through some transition, and I moved a few things around in the fall, so I'm kind of curious to see how things come back and what edits I make to this garden this year. But a lot of the things are coming back and they're looking really good. I added a new bird bath in this spot as well because my old one had holes in it, and I really wanted to add something that was functional. So I added this new one here, and I'm loving the color, and the depth is very shallow as well, so the birds are loving it as well. And what else is going on? So I added a pine here. There was a plant, I think there was a hydrangea in here that did not, I think we had a really severe drought summer last year, so the hydrangea was always struggling, and I lost it over the winter. It looked really dead, so I removed it, and I added this beautiful dwarf pine here, which I'm really loving. The back garden is also filling in. This part is going to change soon. I am getting rid of these these wooden boxes because they are disintegrating. So I am going to be replacing this with like a stone box. Similar look, but with stone. I will not have this archway anymore. So it's going to open up this area in a different way, and then we will plant some exciting things in there to kind of give me some privacy. So that's definitely something to do and look forward to in the spring, summertime, even into fall, because I love planting in fall and finding good deals. So we will kind of build on this area over the season. Beautiful leaves of the candy corn spirea. They always look stunning. Tulips are just really beautiful. They are, I think the red tulips and the orange tulips really have my heart this season. I think they just really make the garden so vibrant and beautiful. I'm just loving these colors in my garden very much. My serviceberry tree is blooming. It's looking really beautiful. I actually moved it. It used to be in that corner, and I moved it to the center of this bed, and it's, I think, liking this new spot. When you transplant things, you're always worried if they're gonna make it or not, but this one, the transplant worked. It was in that spot for at least 4 years, and I moved it last year closer to the fall time frame, and it's doing well, so I'm really excited. This part of the garden is also filling in really beautifully. This is the entrance into my veg garden area, and it's also looking very full, very lush and beautiful. Things are slowly filling in. Lots of muscari blooming everywhere. The purple is all muscari that you're seeing pops off, and it's looking really beautiful. The daffodils are almost done blooming, but there are still lots of them that are late flowering ones that are just starting to open and looking beautiful. I also have some trees here which haven't leafed out yet. They are slowly starting to leaf out. Yeah, I mean, things are looking really good. The forsythia is almost done blooming here. The climbing roses are really slow to get started this year. We'll see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they're going to be okay. Veg garden, I planted a whole bunch of tulips here and daffodils here, just to give me something to look at while I wait to plant my tomatoes and my peppers and all the fun stuff. So I'm really enjoying this little scene here, and when I'm ready to plant out my vegetables, I'm gonna make a big bouquet of what's remaining and plant in between while the leaves die off. And yeah, this has been a real joy to watch different tulips come into bloom, all sorts of daffodils come into bloom, and it's been really pretty. So my veg garden area, I added 4 new gardens here with boxes here to give me more space to plant vegetables, and I seeded a whole bunch of radish, beets, so all the seedlings are starting to germinate and they're looking so cute and pretty. So I am excited to see lots of germination. I have to get out here and give them a drink. It's been raining fairly consistently, so I haven't had to water these very much. So, but now I can see that I might have to do that today. But yeah, the magnolia tree is done blooming, and it is leafing out and greening and looking beautiful. This area also is about to change. I'm going to be adding some gravel instead of the wood chips in this area. I'm just going to create a graveled area for this whole veg garden section and this walkway area back into my front garden. So I'm going to be doing that soon, hopefully. And then also there are plans to extend this bed a little bit so that I can have a little bit more planting room. We shall see. And I'm getting rid of those boxes because although they've been nice and tall and easy to garden in, it's been a bit of a challenge because they're under the eaves and they don't really get rainwater that much, and they dry out really fast. And what I've grown in here are chives and thyme, and all of this has come back nicely, which I'm really loving. But I will move these out into my new bed once I get that in, and I will dig these up and pot them and move them. And the thyme is looking really good as well. I'm happy that it's come back and survived our winter in these boxes, so it gives me hope on what to plant and what will do well in these in raised containers or pots in my garden. So I will definitely be trying more of these herbs in pots and leaving them instead of too many annuals. So yeah, so that's what the garden is looking like today. I hope you enjoyed this walkabout in the garden. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video may already be very ahead in your garden in terms of timing, in terms of what's blooming, but this is my garden here in Toronto, Canada, Zone 6, and it is waking up nicely. It's still the trees are still slowly leafing out, and lots of tulips are in bloom. Alliums are coming next, and the daffodils are still going, and I'm really loving this time of the year in the garden. It's serene, it's beautiful, everything looks so fresh, with full of hope and exciting. And yeah, so just wanted to show you my garden today. I hope everyone has a beautiful gardening day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do consider subscribing. I do like to post some videos about my garden. If you'd like to see more of my garden, do let me know. Lots of plants, as you can see. It's hard to go through every plant. I'm a big plant collector, so it's been a really fun journey to collect all these plants and enjoy them in my garden and kind of observe their growth habit and see what they're doing in my garden. So thank you again for joining me, and have a beautiful gardening day wherever you are.